types of testing are considered environmental. Regardless of the size and the function, everything is going to need some sort of environmental testing. Functional testing, and I think it was maybe James, I think, that was talking about doing product functional testing. When you flip the switch on, did this light come on? Does it do its functions? That's not environmental testing, right? Environmental testing assesses the functionality of that product when it's exposed to an anticipated environment. For example, does our circuit card assembly pass the electrical signals while it's being exposed to a temperature of 85 degrees C? So that's one of the things that we try to emphasize here, is that product performance and test functionality is not necessarily environmental, but what it does in those environments, functioning in an applied environment is. Now, I recognize that some products will have self-generated environments, like internal heating and the like. So those are environments, and they're important to assess, and we'll kind of touch on those as well. So like I was saying, this test class is really designed to be a stepping stone into, once you understand the basics, if you're still motivated to sit through some more of these things, there are other classes that you can go above and beyond with specifics with regard to climatic testing and shock and vibration, for example. There's other courses out there, and there's lots of work out there in this area. Okay. So the goals of environmental testing there are two. We talked about that at the beginning: product qualification and reliability. So when we go do qualification, our main goal is to understand whatever our product is, its performance in a set of series of environmental tests. And those requirements are usually defined by the customer and the manufacturer. So if you're the supplier or the manufacturer of the product, you're defining some of those requirements on yourself. But also you have a set of desires or requirements that come from your customer as well. The other side of environmental testing includes product reliability, which is a defined set of environmental tests that are used to validate the product reliability. And that seems redundant, but we want to make sure that we send out a product that's good and functional 100% of the time, or depending on the rate of products that you send out, maybe a lesser. You may not test every single product in an environment for reliability, but you may test a lot of them. The requirements for reliability are established by customer and manufacturer, other factors, cost, obsolescence, and those types of things. Our environmental test disciplines usually fall into three specific buckets. You've got dynamics, the dynamic guys, shock and vibration, so on and so forth. Those folks, for their core skills are in loads and dynamics and stress analysis and prediction. I've spent most of my career in that area. I try not to delve too far into the finite element modeling and mapping and all of that stuff. I understand it well enough, but there are folks that they live their life doing that every single day. In the climatic world, when we're talking through temperature, humidity, et cetera, those core skills of those folks that assess those requirements in thermal analysis and prediction and component selection. So they go and make sure that I'm going to choose bits and pieces, like at the resistor capacitor level or whatnot, that are going to fit, that are going to have been demonstrated by a sub vendor or sub-tier supplier to meet those requirements. And then you finally have the electromagnetic EMI, EMC nerds. They deal specifically with emission susceptibility, ESD lightning, and their core skills are RF interference and compatibility analyses. Those guys are incredibly gifted in a very, very black art. If you need some information on that, we can definitely chat. I've got lots of folks that I know that do that kind of stuff on a daily basis. And like I said before, I'm just smart enough in that area to understand how to spell the words, but there's a whole industry associated with that. IEST doesn't really delve too much into the EMI, EMC side of the world. there is a couple of organizations like IEST out there that do EMI, and see if you're wanting some more in-depth detailed information on that.